And in today's video, we're taking a look at how to install a Sharkbite slip coupling, easy and simple. It's so easy, anyone could do everything that we use on the video. We're going to leave a link on the description. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. That does help us out a lot. Thank you. So you woke up today and said to yourself, that's a new noise. It sounds like water droplets. And you know it's not the help you go to sleep station, rainfall, or waterfall. Don't worry. Here at the StatUpBox team, we've got your back. A few blocks away, but a back is a back. And the Sharkbite is a push to connect plumbing fitting that allows you to quickly and easily join pipes without soldering, clamps, glue, or tools. It can easily be found on your local hardware store or on the interwebs. We'll leave links on the description. A pro tip: before you start the job, the first thing that you want to do is inspect the Sharkbite fitting. You want to make sure that there's no debris on the inside. If you do find debris, according to the manufacturer, you can clean it with running water. And doing this inspection beforehand is going to prevent future headaches in the future, not now, later on, and have you go from a small job to a big job, having your loved one, family member, or roommate on the household giving you that eye. And because having an in-ground pool is not the goal today, the most important thing that we want to do is shut off the valve that provides water for the pipe that we're working on, or the main line. And now that we got the disclaimers out the way, let's go through the checklist. The first thing that you want to verify is that you have a home. Once you notice that you have a home, you want to locate the victim, I mean the pipe. In this particular case, we're going to show how to install the fitting on PEX tubing and copper tubing, but no matter which of the two, the technique will be the same. In this particular case, we're using 1/2 inch size tubing, and according to the manufacturer, we can cut and remove up to 2 inches of the damaged pipe. If you need to cut your pipes and you're cutting anything but copper, you can use a pipe ratcheting cutting tool. We'll leave links on the description. And basically, a PVC ratcheting cutter uses a step-by-step ratcheting mechanism to gradually press a sharp blade throughout the plastic pipe, allowing for clean, controlled cuts with minimal effort. Just insert the pipe, squeeze the handle repeatedly, and the blade does the work. But let's say you're cutting a copper pipe, then in that case, you're gonna need a copper pipe cutting tool. In this particular case, we're using a close quarter one, meaning for tight spaces like this one inside of a wall. Remember that the bigger the tool that you get, the larger space you're gonna need to cut. And this particular tool uses a rotating cutting wheel and adjustable pressure to score and slice through the copper pipe cleanly. You clamp it onto the pipe, tighten the knob, rotate around the pipe, and repeat until it cuts through. So that means after a few turns, you tighten the knob, a few extra turns, you tighten the knob until you go completely through. And a pro tip, you don't want to saw back and forth, because what this can do, you can start in one line and then when you notice, you're not even close. You have a few extra lines that now you don't need on the copper pipe. And another pro tip, you also don't want to over tighten the knob and deform the pipe and then have the supervisor, aka spouse, family member, or roommate on the household giving you that eye. And the next step, we want to go ahead and deburr the pipe. And this is specifically for copper pipes. For plastic pipes, what you want to make sure that you inspect it and verify that the cut is smooth, clean, and straight. And a pro tip, straight goes for all pipes. Wink, wink. And basically what deburring a pipe does is remove any sharp edges or burrs left after the cutting process. Using a deburring tool or a reamer to smooth the inside as well as the outside of the pipe ensures a clean, safe connection and prevents damage to the fitting like the O-ring, creating future leaks, aka future headaches. And these two deburring tools cleans the inside of the pipe. We'll leave links on the description of the video. And to clean the outside of the pipe, we're gonna use the Sharkbite depth gauge and pipe deburring tool. It not only provides you the depth which the Sharkbite should be inserted to, but at the same time, it helps you deburr the outside of the pipe when turning it. And basically what you do is, if you look at the tool, it has the measurements for pipe sizing. You would pick the one corresponding to your particular pipe, insert it, and twist. And now that we deburred the pipes, the final stage is cleaning. You want to make sure that you don't have any debris inside the pipe that can cause any future failure points, aka create indoor pools or obstructions. So inspecting the pipe on the inside and outside is always the way to go. And for cleaning the inside, we're going to use this copper tubing brush that can be used for 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch copper piping. Another pro tip, according to the manufacturer, aka Sharkbite, if using a copper pipe that has old solder, using a fine sandpaper to remove it, it's okay. But if using new copper, shining the copper with sandpaper or emery cloth as if you were going to solder it is a no-go. And now that we got the preventative measures out the way, we're ready for the installation. And the first thing that you want to do when installing a Sharkbite is marking the insertion depth for your particular pipe. In this case, we're going to use a Sharkbite depth gauge tool, but if not using a tool, you can do this the old school way, using a measuring tape and a marker and going to the manufacturer's website to find out the correct insertion depth for your particular pipe size and type. And what you basically do is take the tool. In this case, we have a 3/4 inch PEX piping, so we use the 3/4 inch hole and insert it just like last night. I mean, wrong video. I'm 100% sure that the editor removed that. Then we put it all the way in. Well, this is not looking good. And then we take our marker and mark the pipe. And a pro tip, you want to make sure that you do this for both pipes. We'd like to do it just to make sure that when we push the coupling on the other pipe, we don't pass the mark on the slip side, assuring us that we have a secure connection on both sides. On our copper pipe, we were using 1/2 inch pipe. In that case, we would use the 1/2 inch hole. And now that our pipe is prepared, we're ready for the rated R part of the video. We're going to insert the slip end fully onto one side of the pipe. Once we notice it doesn't go any further, and most importantly that we do have enough space to insert it on the other side. If you notice you don't, you can always cut an extra part from the other side or remove it completely and then do the extra cut. A pro tip, always make sure that you hold the pipe steady with your beautiful strong Hulk hands, because the last thing you want is to push the pipe and everything and create serious damage, aka indoor pool. And now that one side is inserted, we can go ahead and insert it on the other side. And for this part, we're going to need the disconnect tool or removal tool included in the bag. Or you can also use the disconnect tongs. We'll leave links on the description. And what we basically do is we use the disconnect tool to compress the teeth on the slip end, and then we pull the coupling back until we notice it's fully seated on the depth mark. And remember, when inserting a Sharkbite, you can always twist the Sharkbite fitting, but not the pipe, because twisting the pipe may cause all sorts of pain and damage, especially to your wallet. Once we notice it's fully inserted, we can go ahead and do the pressure test. We can open the valve that provides water to that specific line or the main water line. If you notice that there's no leak, you've done it. But let's say you want to go ahead and remove the coupling, it would be the same technique but backwards. We would first off start with one side, pull back, and once we notice that side is completely removed, we go ahead using the same removal tool on the other side and pull back until it releases the depth grip it has on your pipe. And now you've done it. You can pat yourself on the back for a job well done. You become a black belt on leak fixing of your block. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. That really helps. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Either someone on the StatUpBox team or someone on the YouTube community can help you out with an answer. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media. Thank you for watching, and here's a link to our latest video.